Good morning, my friends. How you doing? It's Big Stu here. Thanks again for hanging out with me. Today, as you can tell, is Lego. So we are definitely talking about Lego today. This is Lego, I think, Volume 5. Maybe Volume 4, but I believe it's actually Lego Volume 5, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll get back. Well, this is an old shirt. G.I. Joe Snake Eyes. Haven't worn it in a long time. Maybe even got it from Nerd Block or Loot Crate. I think I got it from Loot Crate, maybe. But anyways, today's theme is about Lego. I just finished up a couple of days of teacher convention. And so got done with report cards and everything already ahead of time. And so some teachers were going back to finish their report cards after the convention on Friday, and they were going to cater lunch for them. But my wife and I, we had already finished. I went to the movies Tuesday night and saw Gemini Man, which I enjoyed. It's pretty cool. The 3D was really incredible and super clear. They used a brand new, I guess, camera or film, I guess you would say. And it is the state of the art. The 3D was awesome just in itself being 3D. But just the clarity of the film in 3D, I don't know how it was in 2D, but it was like as if you're standing there. I mean, it was like so clear. The digital quality was like the best I've seen so far. And it was like the state-of-the-art camera. So I'm sure within the next few years, lots of movies are going to look like this. But anyways, I enjoyed it. Then I got done. Then went back to school. I hung out at school till about midnight for about 3 hours. And got my report cards done, my teacher notes done, and everything ready for my PTM. So I was very happy with that. And then after midnight on Tuesday night, I went to the comic shop and picked up X-Men 1. They were having a midnight launch party, so I was able to pick up all my comics on midnight Tuesday instead of going back Wednesday afternoon. So I was very happy with that. So I wanted to stay on this side of town, so I just stayed and worked at class and got everything done. So I was very happy. So I had my headphones on. Not too scary at night, but being the only one there. So put your headphones on so you don't hear all the little strange noises around you. But anyways, so we went to Legoland yesterday. This is Saturday. I'm trying to think my date. The 19th, I guess it is. 19th, Saturday 19th. So we went to Legoland yesterday, picked up a few things. We have a hurricane coming up the Gulf of Mexico today, and started last night, I guess. So we had lots of rain last night and today off and on here in Orlando, Florida. But yesterday, very little drowsy, little drizzles here and there, mostly on the way home. And so it was perfect weather forecast. Wasn't too hot. It was really nice. We hung out about 3 hours, I guess, till the park closed. And mainly went for some shopping just to kind of get away and so forth. So I'll share with you what I got. First off, I got for my kids. I'll probably use it as a game or let them play with it. But I always try to go get a Duplo thing for my class, my K4 class. And so you can build a cupcake. You can build a ice cream sandwich. And it looks like, and also a little cake too here. So it's pretty cool. And so I always try to go and pick up a few things. I always try to get at least one Duplo thing and build up my collection of Duplos whenever I go to Legoland, or if I catch them on sale on clearance. So I was happy with that. Also, I went looking for Speed Champions. Normally I don't buy cars because I don't really have a place for cars. I have my city. I have enough cars that come with sets. So I normally don't go out of my way and buy a set. A car out of my way. But I did buy two, and they're not very big. They're like $15 sets. I think Walmart, I've seen some of them before. Walmart like $13, a couple of bucks less. But 15 is the full retail. One is 219 pieces. The other one is 180 pieces. And these are the two figures that come with it. And also, I wanted the card because those who have been paying attention, I'm working on Tony Stark's lab. And in Iron Man 1, he had a bunch of these fancy cars at the bottom of his lab. And so I wanted to add, I had some extra room on the end of my lab. And so I wanted to add some fancier cars, high-end cars or something like that, so that he can have stage there in his lab, just for fun, kicks. So I have a couple smaller type of cars and stuff, but I wanted to get 2 of these, and I think 2 will be enough. I might get a third one down the road, but we'll see on my space with that. So I'll be building those probably this weekend or early next week, just to kind of put it in there. So, excuse me. So, but anyways, and so then also I picked up, I needed some Legos pieces. So they have a brick wall at Legoland or the Lego store where you pay by the pound. It's like $8 a pound, so this was almost $20. These were heavy. I just got 2 different sizes and 2 different things and filled it up. So sometimes you can get smaller Legos and they're really light, and then you can get a lot more for your buck. But I usually do this if I need something specific. So I need some of these gray ones, 2x8 grays. So these are a little heavier than a smaller one, but I went ahead and got these. So the bag is mostly full of these. And then I came across just some little door frames, window frames, and I'm going to use them as window frames. So I picked up about 21 of these. And these are really super light. I could have gotten a lot more of these if I just got those. So these are the only 2 I wanted to use. I picked up. So I picked up a bag of these and everything. So I always go and try to find what I need. Last time I bought a bag of just the little blue clear pegs, the little circle-like pegs, or pegs almost, you could say. And I'm using, I haven't finished emptying the bag and using it all, but I'm using it for my pool water, sticking into the pool I made for my Titan's Tower, and then that's the water in the pool. And then you just take a person and put them half, take the lower body off, and you just put them in their waist up, and they're like swimming in the water. So I like that better. Some people just will dump them loosely in there and bury the people in them and make the pool deeper, but I don't like that either, because then you're using more of these pieces just to kind of lay around or whatever. So, and I like just, you know, it takes time obviously to take one of these and push them in, and you know, you need about 200 or more easy for your pool. It depends the size of the pool. So I think mine's about 300 pieces maybe, or 400, almost 350 when it will be done. But anyway, so I picked up that last time. So I always go and try to pick up a part or something. They do have something brand new. They had a huge mix section, like a big bin of just pieces of Legos that weren't necessarily the same pieces that were in the wall, on the containers in the wall. And they had also a storage, it wasn't that large, but it was a storage little container that looked like a giant Lego. You open it up, and you can fill anything you want in it. And then it was $24, whatever you can jam into it and close it up. So it was okay. But the bin had a lot of bigger pieces, a lot of door pieces, a lot of longer pieces and stuff. So it was cool. You can still use your bag like I did and just fill up those. That's where I got my brown door frames out of that bin, because they weren't in the brick wall. But anyways, I like that idea, because then it gives you some more different pieces that they don't normally have in the brick wall. So that was very cool. I was very happy with that. Also on Facebook, I posted a bunch of pictures where they had already decorated for Halloween and stuff. Giant pumpkin, giant spider, some different things like that. So we posted some pictures there. And maybe I'll post a couple on Instagram. So, but they were already decorating it. The weekend tonight was going to be the Bricktober launching, and where the kids can get, you know, people will be in costumes, kids can get candy, trick-or-treating, and things like that. So, but anyways, so that was a fun time. And we went to Bricktober last year. So I probably won't get back to Legoland probably until Christmas time. Probably won't get back in November. Probably be Christmas holiday by the time I get back there again. But anyways, also, if you remember, Legoland has little badges, and they have people in their badges, and you can trade them. So 2 things I always do when I go to Legoland. Always, I bring some extra people that I don't want, that I want to trade, so I can get, you know, the ones off their badges, or each store has a little set of them too. And then you can pick, you know, behind the counter, or any of the workers you see walking around in the park. So, and that's always fun, kind of looking at workers that are walking by, checking everybody out. Not a lot of eye contact. Everybody's looking at the badges, those who trade. and everything. But anyways, and then I was trying to swap with some kids who were there to swap with the store, and so I got one thing. I didn't really win in that. I let the kid get a bigger piece. He wanted my superhero, my Scorpion. So that's fine. I had an extra one and built his collection. He was more excited about it than me. But he had a little tutu girl that I wanted, and he would not give that up. So that's what I wanted. So he won. I lost in that deal. But anyway, but I know I sound geeky. But anyways, so I always will take people to trade, and then I also will always try to buy, some bricks by the pound. What I'm currently building or whatever, or I think I'm going to be building shortly, something that I think I might need, or if I come across some odd, unusual style bricks that normally I don't get a lot of in sets, then I will also, buy a small bag of those. So usually I spend about $10 at least on just loose bricks, and then of course I trade. So those are always two things I always try to do. And then I've also been trying to get a Duplo set every time I go. Last time I got two sets, and then time before that I got an animal set. So my last 2 or 3 times at Legoland I've been getting Duplo sets, been building those up. So eventually my goal is to get enough Duplos so I can replace my smaller Legos with totally big box of Duplos for my class. So I don't have quite enough yet. I'm still working on it. So there's plenty enough for everybody to totally build and all. So they do pretty well right now with the small Legos. I had to weed through them, take out the really tiny pieces. So most of them are using 2x4 bricks or larger in it. So anyways, get back to my long-winded story. This is what I traded. And all. Now, when I go trading, you can't necessarily swap and change things around. You have to remember there's a lot of kids are trading. So it's a lot of mixed figures. I mean, the heads, and sometimes you'll get a girl hair on a guy's body, or you'll just get totally different, totally mixed up, characters that are like, arms to one thing or torso to one thing and heads to something else, or hat or whatever. But most of the rules is you're supposed to have the complete figure, either hair or hat. Sometimes you don't get that, but most of the time, that's what they require from you to trade in most cases. But anyway, so this is what I end up picking up. So in this row, I got a little mini kid, kind of odd. I got like a hippie girl with tattoos in boxer shorts. Then I got like a businesswoman, which I believe she's probably from Fantastic Beasts or something like that, or Harry Potter. And then I got an old Hydra agent that's been kind of mixed. And then he's from Harry Potter. And then this is a Stormtrooper body with like a Chima character. And then these are different, even different arms, because it didn't come with the Stormtrooper. So that is really weird. I'll try to give this a little closer so you can kind of see these guys. I don't know. So again, when I go to trade, I'm looking for maybe a body part that I want. I want maybe the hair. I don't have a lot of that type of hair. Or I want maybe, for instance, I need more villains, to build a villain army or something. Or he looks like a weird creature. So, I mean, I'm not going to necessarily keep him like this. I will keep the head and the legs, and I'll, change his body around or something. I'm not going to use Harry Potter, character, but I will change him around or something, too. Mostly I'm just looking for different people in my city. So this is a race car guy with long girl hair. But I wanted the red long hair. That was the main reason why I got that figure. Same thing with the next one. I wanted the hair piece. And same thing for this little girl. I wanted her hair piece. Here's a business guy. I believe he's the friend from Fantastic Beast. But I could change his face or even hair and make him a businessman in my city. So that's what I'm looking for when I do things. I don't think I clearly showed these very well, maybe, when the time came. So one more time. Again, these are just like kids have traded, taking pieces, sets that they've had, and they've used their imagination and just changed them around. And so they trade those. So, but again, that's what I do when I, looking to trade. Another thing that they have that I don't always do, I do once in a while, they have build your own figure. It's usually $10, and you can get, the legs, the torso, chest piece, a head, and either a hat or a hairpiece and one accessory. So you're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces to a figure. Now in the past I've gone in there, so it's 15 pieces basically for $9.99. 15 little pieces. So you basically can go in there and buy 15 heads, as long as it's 15 different pieces, and you can just buy that. I've done that before. I've gone in and bought like 5 or 10 accessories and 5 heads and everything. So my wife's still there making faces at me. Anyways, so but this time I saw another video that they were putting out Halloween stuff, and so their themes was a lot of Halloween. So I mixed it up. I got me a scarecrow. I'll show that to you, with a pumpkin. Kind of hard to see the pumpkin back there. Let me see it, open this up. It's not going anywhere. Okay. So I kind of got a scarecrow, pumpkin head, or pumpkin face. Then I got an extra pumpkin. Now you can wear this pumpkin as a hat too. There's a headpiece where it connects. So he actually can wear that. But of course you can't put a hat on him or anything. And then I got a little ghouly little girl. Like a little monster girl. Then I got her like a little jukebox. And then I got a weird, it's a vampire guy. But I wanted the chicken helmet. So he's just a vampire ghouly guy. And so I just got that. I'm going to use the helmet, the head. Then I got a little guitar case. So, I mean, this obviously, I'm going to just change the hair out, give him head or hair. And I'm going to use this in my town to promote a chicken restaurant or something. And I have another chicken guy in full costume, but I figured I'll have another one. Could be a worker in a helmet or something inside the little restaurant. So I went for that reason. I know it seems kind of silly for that, but I don't always buy these that much. If they change them around sometimes in themes because of Halloween, probably Christmas time, they'll probably have some Christmas ones, Santa, Mrs. Claus. I think last year I did that. I got an elf, I got Santa, and Mrs. Claus that way. So whenever they change out themes or something like that, then I'll do that. Sometimes they add some new people in there and everything, so I will you know, get them every now and then. Most of the time I don't need the figures. Sometimes maybe I'll need some accessories. Like I said, I got like 10 accessories last time, and I got like 5 heads only, and so it was a little odd, you know, the guy looking at me. But you know, the kids were wondering why I was just buying, you know, heads and accessories in my package. But anyways, but basically it's 15. You get 15 pieces for $10, and you can use anything you want, or you can build yourself 3 complete figures for 5 pieces a piece. So I try to do that every third time I go. I usually end up doing that. I'm bigger, but that's about it. I did see a couple of the new brick heads I want to get down the road. There was a Thanksgiving when I was thinking of getting a scarecrow, and they had a ghost. But I think I'm going to wait till after I go back in December, and maybe I'll get them a little cheaper on clearance, or they'll come back around next holiday or something like that. It wasn't like something I had to have, but it was something if I had the extra money I would have gotten. But I also have another Lego thing in the back of my mind I'm saving up for, so I didn't want to use all my money for that. And but anyways, I'm going to leave enough money in case I need another car, and and if I'll know that by the end of the day or tomorrow if I need another car, so I'll have the money for a third car. Anyways, I hope you liked that. I hope you didn't find it too geeky. Hope you found it a little interesting. And but yeah, I definitely love Lego store. Those in Orlando, you can always go to Disney Celebration. They have a big Lego store there, and you pay by the brick there, big brick wall there. But I've been there. I always seem to like the Legolands better, and I seem to get more things out of the Legoland that I need better. But both stores really have the same stuff. You get full retail. Sometimes you get some things on discount. On discount, I didn't really have my list. I didn't really need that much of it. But they have, the parks have been selling their people for $5 for a while now. And maybe Disney Store does, or the Lego store at Disney Celebration does too. I'm not sure. But Walmart and stuff, the individual figures you can get for $4. But the park started this past year going to $5, just the newest ones. Well, they have the older ones that they're on clearance. They had the Harry Potters down to $2, which is a great deal, $1.90 I think it was. Then they had the Disneys down to $4, and I think and the Disney series, which is good because that's pretty much gone everywhere. But there wasn't that many. I wasn't sure. I wasn't really committed to want to get all the Disney characters. I gotten a few and everything. So next time I go, maybe at Christmas time I'll get some more Disney characters or something. See if there's any unusual Harry Potter figures I can use the pieces of, because I don't really collect Harry Potter. And so I'll have to check on that. And then the latest series was $5, which I still need a handful of. But again, I just didn't take the time to kind of go through it and look for it. And I figured maybe I could find them at Walmart still for only $4. So I'm waiting. Now in January, there's going to be a DC series. Let me tell you that real quick. There's a DC series coming out, and that's all going to be $5. They're jumping to $5. Apparently, they've announced, or the rumors. No one's seen the prices yet, but the rumors are coming out. I think they're getting everybody prepared. The figures are now jumping to $5 a piece. From now on, they're going to be $5 a piece, which is very, very steep. The DC is going to be 16 figures. They first announced that there was a metamorpho character, who's an elemental type of a character. And then there was going to be Sinestro in his blue and black costume, his original costume, his classic costume. Then there was also going to be Simon Baz, who's a Green Lantern. He has a hoodie. He's a new Muslim Green Lantern from a few years back. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, Stargirl. There's going to be Stargirl. Now, they've announced some new things since then, and I'm going to try to run through really quick. I might miss some or whatever, but there's going to be a classic Batman, first appearance Batman, a first appearance Wonder Woman, where she has the little poofy skirt, poodle skirt kind of a thing, the classic Wonder Woman. There is going to be a Superman, but not classic. It's going to be Superman in the New 52 costume from about 5-6 years, about 7 years ago, maybe 6 years ago, in the new DC when they revamped the New 52. He doesn't have the trunks, the red shorts at all. It's just one solid piece costume, kind of similar to the movie a little bit. Also, they're doing a Batmite, if people remember Batmite character. They're doing, I'm trying to think of, I know there's some villains that they were doing. A cheetah. I believe they're doing a villain of a cheetah, which is a Wonder Woman cat villain. Man, now I'm going blank on the different characters that they're doing. There's 16 in line. They're doing Aquaman with the hook. A few years, well, I don't know, in the 90s, he lost his hand. He had a hook on his hand. He had longer hair. And so they're doing an Aquaman with the hook character version of Aquaman. They're doing a Flash character, but it's the Golden Age Flash, Jay Garrick, the original Flash from Earth 2. He has a little kind of almost like a short metal hat on with wings. So they're doing his character. They're covering the main characters, but they're doing different versions of them. I'm glad to see there's not a bunch of variations of different Batman costumes or whatever. Oh, they're doing some, Teen Titans is doing classic Cyborg from Teen Titans, the way he looked in Teen Titans. And they're also doing a girl called Bumblebee. She was from Teen Titans 2 character. Obviously dressed like a bumblebee. They're doing her. I'm trying to think who else I know I'm missing. I haven't gotten to 16 yet. And they're doing a handful of villains. There are 4 or 5 villains, and I can't remember the villains besides Sinestro and Cheetah. And there's 4 other villains, I believe. And I'll probably next video have a full list for you on that. And there's only been a little bit of pictures leaked out, but I'm sure by middle of November you're going to have them, because they're going to start showing up the last 2 weeks of December, even though they're not supposed to be out till January. A lot of stores run out of product, and they get them in early, and they kind of put them on the shelf a little early, just because Christmas time everything sells up. They put them on the shelf, so they'll start. Every year I always get mine, a couple extras to put in my stocking, because they put them out before January, the minifigs. But anyways, we'll get a better list, and for you, I'll try to write them down or something, print them off, so I can just go through the list. But it looks like a pretty good list. Pretty excited about it. But it's hefty price, $5 a piece. To collect them all, a little under $100 to collect them all. So that's, pretty crazy. But anyways, so I will catch you later, my friends. Thanks for hanging out with Big Stu. And next week will be comics. And or a box comes in. We have a couple boxes still out waiting for, so we'll never know and see if we'll get our Loot Crate box or not. But anyways, be kind, my friends. See you later. Bye.